The others that helped put this forum together in this beautiful facility. Thank you all for coming out this evening. I'm Jay Stobbs. I'm originally from Texas. My daddy was a 30-year Navy veteran, so we moved around a lot. I went to 4 high schools, and then I received an appointment to West Point. I graduated from West Point in the Army Corps of Engineers following airborne and Ranger training. I was headed for Vietnam, got diverted at the last minute, went to Germany. You never know why these things happen, but I met my future wife. She's from Durham. She was teaching in the Department of Defense system there. Great teacher, so I brought her back and got married to her. She went on, she was a High Point graduate, went on and got her doctorate in education. Her passion is education. Then I went to graduate school, got my degree in applied science, and I had the honor and privilege to go back to West Point, and I taught very bright West Point cadets, modern physics, good topics like quantum mechanics and Einstein's special and general theory of relativity. We spent 30 years in the Army, retired, came back here because she's from Durham. I lost out on my bid to go to Texas, you know, that 50-50 thing in a marriage, so her $50 trumped my 50 cents. But anyway, I'm going to surprise you when I tell you that I am not a politician. I'm a career military guy. I look at this next assignment as without orders. I want to represent you from District 1 for countywide. The reason I'm running is because I think the majority of our current commissioners are pointed in the wrong direction. For example, we've heard earlier we need jobs. You travel around Chatham County, jobs keeps coming up. And when you have anti-business decisions being made, you're not going to create the jobs that we so desperately need. 65% of the citizens in Chatham County go outside the county to work. That's wrong. Let's reverse that. They recently passed a one-size-fits-all R1, R5 zoning. That's anti-business. So if you want to try to start a business, if you're not grandfathered, you've got to pay a fee, and you've got to do the paperwork, and you've got to do filing, and you're going to lose your opportunities. We can't create those jobs. Our property taxes were just increased also to help pay for this countywide zoning. Property tax increases are anti-business. We just heard the congressman represented back there talking about the issue with taxes. We need to lower taxes. We want to incentivize businesses to come here to create those jobs so badly needed. We need to really push what's going on at CCCC. There's 20 new vocational courses over there, welding, shop, HVAC. Those 2-year assignments can create great jobs. We don't need 4-year college educations. We have Chatham Park coming, we have the mega site coming. Those are great opportunities for service and construction jobs. Let's keep our students and kids in Chatham County, let's get them these vocational certificates, and let's put them to work here so that they don't have to leave the county. So I'm asking you to remember my little theme, it's Stobbs for Jobs. Please go to my website, it's www.jforchatham.com. I hope to have your vote and your support come November. Let's change this countywide zoning. Let's lower our property taxes, and let's go back and review everything after the comprehensive land use plan comes out next year. Let's do it right, and let's create the business environment. Let's get the jobs back into Chatham County, and let's make this a very pro-business environment. So please vote for me, Jay Stobbs, your candidate for County Commissioner from District 1. Thank you. I didn't need to list.
You want to say a very question?
Sure. Yes, sir.
So this thing of lowering taxes, have you considered the fact that without taxes we have no schools, no roads, not even a pole to put the flag on? Have you considered this?
Right. Yes, thank you. That's a good question. We can't survive without taxes, and taxes, about 60 cents of every dollar goes to education in Chatham County, so we're paying a big chunk toward taxes. I'm not saying we're going to cut the funding, but what we need to try to do is create an environment with these jobs. Do you realize about 52% of our students are on some form of food subsistence because we don't have the jobs here? If we can create the jobs, we can help them get off this issue and also keep them here in Chatham County. But absolutely, no one's talking anything about cutting school funds or anything, but what I was talking about for the taxes, a big chunk of the property tax was increased to pay for countywide zoning. $307,000 went to a firm to advise the county on how to do countywide zoning. They've already hired one full-time position, and there's more positions coming to manage countywide zoning. Those are not the type of jobs we want. I'm not talking about creating government jobs. I want to create jobs, for our students and our college graduates. So I taught. My wife's passionate. She's got her doctorate in education. She'd be a great advisor for me on how. We've already met with Dr. Jordan. We've talked to him about some ideas, and I'm very excited with what's going on at CCC with this vocational. I met with the provost marshal there, and believe me, education is our future. So hopefully you don't get any thoughts that because I want to reduce the property tax to create the businesses that I'm talking about trying to hurt our education system. By no means. No means. Yes, ma'am.
You're going to put like factories next to me or more factories next to me because you want to get rid of the zoning?
Okay, good question. No, I didn't say that. There's ways, it's called ordinances, open spaces. So people that own property have property rights. So for example, if a farmer has a son that wants to go to state and he's very good mechanically inclined, wants to come back and repair tractors, the way it's set up right now, he can't do that. He's got to get permission from the county to set up a separate business from farming. So the way you prevent businesses, like you just mentioned, or gun ranges or porno shops from being established, there's ordinances that you can set up to prevent this type of activity.
I'm not really worried about porno shops, I'm worried about another compost factory.
About a what?
And y'all live there near the compost plant? I mean, porno shops are not a problem in Chatham County, as far as I can tell. We got the internet for that.
I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of TV or internet, so.
Please visit some of the Moncure factories. You need to know what happens. What that jobs would be like.
Well, there's a good opportunity for a mega site right here at Moncure, like we did out west at Siler City. I spoke out in favor of that. My competition, she voted against it. But I understand right here is a great opportunity. Let's talk about those kinds of jobs here locally. Yes, sir.
But is that really an opportunity? Is that really an opportunity?
I'm sorry, I missed your.
Is that really an opportunity? I'm going to ask you this one question. If you bring that mega site here, knowing all of your career qualifications, if you like your age, could you get a job here?
Could I get a job
Yes,
here?
sir. Despite your age, could you get a job here?
Well, let me tell you what, I probably could. You know why? Because I'm a professional engineer. I'm licensed in both Virginia and North Carolina. Engineers are in big demand right now, and my qualifications would be a big help for the county, Chatham Park, the mega site at Siler City, and over here, because I can do everything from read a blueprint to manage a project, people, resources, time, critical path method, staying on budget. In fact, before I left the Army, I managed $2 billion. And I came in under schedule, under budget, and we did it to standard. And that had to do with, believe it or not, building a facility in Russia to store highly enriched uranium and plutonium for dismantled nuclear weapons. So can I personally get a job? Absolutely. But as I said, I'm not a politician. I'm doing this because it's a sense of duty, because I want to try to help Chatham County. I want to help do what's right here. And if I wanted to get a job, you betcha I could get a job.
You might want to pick the part of Chatham County that actually wants to work.
Excuse me, sir?
You might want to pick the part of Chatham County that actually might want to work. So good luck with that.
Okay.
Any
Anything?
more questions for Mr. Stobbs?
Well, again, thank you very much. Remember, Stobbs for jobs. Thank you for coming out tonight.